Okay, hi everybody. So many of you might know that the iPad HD, the information about it was released today,
March 7th.
March 7th. Yes, and me and Garrett or G Bear, I think everybody's starting to know him as G Bear now. We decided to do a video about the iPad, and he has an iPad. He's always had an iPad, and he knows a lot about him. So I'm just now looking into him. So I thought it'd be a great idea to start. Now, Garrett, would you like to tell us a few of the features that it has?
Okie dokie. So
We're start,
the
we're starting on
keynote
the
was today, and I guess we should just go to the features. It's resolutionary instead of uh, revolutionary because
yeah.
it's the
That's a
HD.
very witty sort of advertising.
Okay, the features page. Do you have it up there?
Yeah, I'm looking at the retina display.
Yep. So the iPad now has the Retina display just like the iPhone 4s and the iPhone 4Ss. And it has 3.1 million megapixels, which is crazy. And that's like more than the eye can see. So as you move down the page, you can see like the differences between the iPad 2 and the iPad HD. The little
And I believe you can play Infinity Blade very well on this, right?
well, yeah, it's just like if you were playing it on,
The iPhone, but it's just a
yeah.
lot bigger.
And overall, like the photos and the words are sharper and a lot better due to the display.
It doesn't the display saves battery life as well,
hmm
and yeah, I just thought I'd
If you
throw that
get
in there.
down to the pixel perfect performance, the if you have it up there,
Yes, I do.
this iPad has the A5X, which is pretty much just a better version of the A5 chip, and it's a quad-core chip, which is the second tablet ever to have a quad-core processor.
Do you know what the first was?
It was some Android thing. I can't remember.
Oh, it was we'll get into that later, but
Yeah,
I think it was like one of those Motorola ones or whatever.
yeah. Um, it still has a 10-hour battery life, which is not really true. I mean, it said that for iPad too, but not really. It doesn't really do that usually. Um,
Especially if you're like running if you have like it comes in 4G now, correct?
mhm.
So if you're gonna be running
4G will definitely make it probably
yeah, if you're gonna be
go.
running the internet and that kind of stuff, it'll obviously bring it down a lot lower.
And then the iPad now has a 5 megapixel camera, and it looks like they call it the eyesight camera, which I don't really get that.
Well, I mean,
Camera.
it's everything about Apple is eye something.
I know, but like, why do they
So,
call it eyesight when nothing else is an eyesight camera?
well, I
Why
mean,
don't they call the iPhone's
nothing
camera?
else is called the iPad HD. Nothing else is called the iPhone HD. You know?
Mhm. But it looks like the camera app is slightly different. If you see that,
Yeah, I do see it. It actually looks a lot better now.
yeah.
If I say so myself.
Um,
Do you
so
want to
it's
go down
it's 5 megapixel megapixels,
megapixel? Okay.
and they show like the different type of lenses that they showed with the iPhone 4Ss and how it's the contour and everything about that. And then you get down to the 4G LTE.
I'd actually like to talk about the 4G.
Okie dokie.
Really, the 4G started off with I believe it was Verizon and Sprint. But since Apple, they made contracts with AT&T to begin with, obviously, and now they have Verizon as well. Did the Sprint with with Apple now too?
Yeah, it's also a couple other carriers, but I think those are
So
European.
like basically, you can go to the store just like you can now, and you could buy a not it's not a contract, but you can buy time like a certain amount of gigabytes you can use for your
No, it
iPad. Yeah,
doesn't work that way.
yeah, it does. I've actually my sister has that right now, and
Oh, I thought it just you get it and you use your credit card from the
yeah,
iPad.
that's how it
Pays
works.
per month.
You
Yeah.
buy. It's not like you're stuck in it, but because if one month you don't want to use it, you don't have to buy it. But basically, you spend like I think it's $30 and you get 2 gigs.
That's for Verizon.
That's for Verizon. I think AT&T is 25 or something like that.
No, AT&T for 2 GB is 32, but
It's
AT&T
32.
also has a 250 megabyte for 15.
Yeah, that's true. So basically, your choices are Sprint, Verizon, and AT&T, I believe, because those are the ones that they have contracts with. And I believe when you actually buy your iPad, you don't have. Do you have to choose between AT&T, Verizon, or Sprint?
No, it just matters which company you would like to
Yeah,
select.
yeah. So,
With the,
so basically, you just have to buy the 3G version, and you can switch between those if you
or
wanted
the
to.
LTE version.
The LTE version, yeah. And 4G is a lot faster. A lot of you're probably gonna want to go with either Verizon or Sprint on that because like down here in the southeast, there's not very many 4G towers, especially around Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, where we live. And so if you live down here, you're going to want to go with Verizon because they do have 4G towers, but AT&T is getting on that. So that's just a little couple of tips
And
for that.
what my mom told me today is that she has a friend who is in charge of setting up all the 4G towers for AT&T.
Really?
He's been working on that, yeah. Um, and as you can see on the LTE thing, you can even now put in a SIM card. So you can actually have like a contract thing, as it says right here on the World Ready, very well connected thing.
Yeah, I see that.
It says at the bottom. And then now it actually has the iPad with the next update, iOS 5.1. The iPad will have dictation, but I think it's only for the iPad 2 and iPad HD.
Well, yeah, I would assume so, just
Because they
because
have
they're the
the
only
A5
people. Yeah,
chip.
the A5X is a lot faster than even the A5 though.
Yeah.
So that's a
And
very
so,
impressive processor
yeah,
for the
probably.
size.
Mhm. Yeah, and so it's only dictation. It's only the voice, like the voice emails and texts and stuff. It's not actually Siri, like the iPhone 4S's. And then, but they have the smart covers again, of course, and they now have, they actually have a new Apple TV. It's not like an actual TV. I figured that out. It's not an actual TV, but it's a new Apple TV that will play in 1080p and HD TVs. I'm like, I thought it already did that since it went HDMI, but I guess not.
Oh, the Apple TV is being the actual box, correct?
Yeah, it's the actual box.
Like the type you have.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I thought it was an actual TV.
basically they just hired the resolution and the processing power on that.
Just the resolution.
All right, well that's good. Let's go down. Let's not waste people's
Let's go with
time.
the built-in apps.
There's iOS,
Built-in
iCloud, and dictation. Correct.
Built-in, yeah, and built-in apps.
Dictation, is that like Siri?
No, that's what I just said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just talking about that. It was just voice it's just voice
Oh,
texting.
yeah,
and
they okay,
it's
but
all-
it
it's
but
all voice stuff.
so
It's
it
not Siri. Siri's not in it.
okay, but it does help. You can text and type with
Yeah,
that,
because
correct?
through iMessage.
Through iMessage, okay.
And then if you go into built-in apps, it's mainly just all the other apps that you can get, like FaceTime and Maps and Newsstand and Messages, and all the other ones.
So basically, the only ones you would use would probably be Safari, Mail, and for some people, I don't really, to be honest, I don't use iBooks. I don't know if a lot of you people use iBooks, but these are just the ones that are already built into majority of them. I don't think there's any new ones, are there?
No.
I think iBooks actually is new. Newsstand. Well, no, iBooks.
No,
is,
iBooks, they came out a couple months ago, they had the 2.0.
Well, yeah, but iBooks haven't been built into the actual.
No, you have to download it.
Yeah, okay, but they're going to be built into this one in particular, right?
No.
Because it's in.
You still have to download it.
Okay.
And then if you go, I think, from the App Store, yeah, and then go to Apps by Apple.
You mean from the App Store?
Yeah, from the App Store, then go to Apps by Apple.
Okay,
There's a section.
Apps by Apple. All right.
And they now have iLife, which is iPhoto, and iMovie and GarageBand, but those are already that have been there. But the new thing is iPhoto, which you can edit your photos and everything through iPhoto, and there's a lot more stuff than just editing it through your photos.
And these apps are only like $5 each, correct?
Yeah, $5, and then they updated iMovie, so there's more. It's easier to use, and there's more stuff you can put on it, and you can make HD trailers and stuff, and you can film in 1080p HD now through the iPad, and mainly just newer things through the GarageBand. I don't know what's specific about it, and then of course there's iBooks still, and there's the new iTunes U, which is like for college students and textbooks and stuff. It makes it cheaper, and basically all the things that have already been out.
Hmm.
Um,
So that looks like it's about it on the
yeah,
Apple apps.
the iOS thing is basically the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
iOS is just
just talking
the
about
operating system, correct?
yeah,
Okay, so
and
let's
they
just
didn't really yeah, and then let's go to
iCloud. I think we all really
yeah, we all know
understand.
what
So let's just go to. I want to talk about the tech
go to,
specs, to be
go
honest.
to tech specs.
The thing about it is there is a difference in the look between the 4G and the actual Wi-Fi one now. The 4G has a black bar at the top.
They already had that.
It's always been different.
It's always been that way.
Oh, well then I guess I'm stupid. But anyways,
Well, you never had an iPad before.
yeah, I've never had. I've seen yours, but I guess yours is silver because you don't.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, basically the screen size is the same, but the difference in the screen obviously is the Retina display, and
Yep.
it makes a big
And the
difference.
camera.
I mean, yeah, the camera is 5 megapixels, so that makes a big difference. But the thing about it is if you look right here, it says the A5X chip. That's a very freaking awesome,
Yeah,
like just
it
processor
says
for something
dual
this small.
core there, but it's a quad core. Oh yeah, there it is. It's a quad core graphics.
It's quad
chip.
core for graphics, but
Graphics,
the
yeah.
thing is the A5X chip is even a lot faster than the original A5,
Yeah.
and it's gonna make a big difference when you're like on the internet or just doing anything that has to do
Loading apps or
just loading apps, playing games. Actually, right here it's for wireless and cellular. You see, it's only for AT&T and Verizon, so I guess it's not for Sprint. I'm sorry if I got your hopes up,
Mhm.
but yeah, basically the prices are the same. It's $499 for the 16 gigabyte, $599 for the. Is it $599 for the 32 gigabyte? And then
For yeah, it's
it
just
goes up by 100, right?
and
And
then
then
the
$499 for
Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi's and Wi-Fi
the
and
plus
4G. Yeah,
that's
it's
just the
$100.
Wi-Fi, and then the we'll talk about that when we get to the buying part of it.
Okay. Cameras. It has obviously the 5 megapixel iSight camera. It's got
Basically everything that's been there, but
except it's a lot better.
it has a good film in
I think
1080p.
it has the same battery, so
Yep.
it's going to give you the same 10 hours. The inputs are all the same. It honestly doesn't even look that much different.
That's the reason why they made it call it the iPad HD. They didn't call it the iPad 3 because there's not really a big difference
Okay.
between the 2 and the
Yeah,
HD.
and if you do have an Apple TV, you can still do all the AirPlay stuff. That's pretty cool. With the new Apple TV coming out, it says 720p. They're probably if you have the third generation Apple TV, which they're coming out with, then you'll be able to AirPlay at 1080p. I'm probably that's gonna be for this one and the last one, like you said.
Mhm.
But the first iPad, I don't think it's gonna be available
Yeah, the
for
first iPad's pretty much just like the basis thing.
that. And basically, in the box, it comes with the iPad, the dock connector to USB cable, 10-watt USB power adapter, and documentation. So now we can get into
go to the
the
pre-order part. It might take a while to load because I think there's a lot of people buying it.
yeah.
Because mine's taking a while to load.
Yeah, mine is as well. But basically, yeah, it's pretty much the same iPad except it's faster. Like if you go and you look at the 4 and the 4S, that's pretty much what you're looking at right here. The camera's better and the processor is better.
Did yours load yet?
No, it has not actually.
Okay. Well,
Oh, it just loaded. Okay.
yeah. So the pre-orders start today, and it will be delivered to you by next Friday, March 16th. Then you can click pre-order, and they'll take you to the prices and stuff.
All right, we're gonna wait for this.
That'll
a little
probably
bit,
take a
though.
second, you know. But basically, it's like the iPad 2 is now cheaper.
Yeah, the iPad.
It's $100.
The iPad 2 is $399 now. I believe some places still might be because I think Best Buy still sells the iPad 1s when the iPad 2s are there.
Mhm.
So I don't know if they're going to be getting rid of those, but if you guys do just want to go for the original iPad, which I mean, it's probably not the best idea because I mean, it's not as fast as these at all. And I don't even think it had a camera on it or anything like that. But if you do just want a tablet that's made by Apple, you can always go get one of those. It's probably going to be marked down to like $300
Yeah, because I think they're only selling refurbished iPads now.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go through this. So I'm going to pick a white one, And so the 16 gigabyte for the Wi-Fi, I'll go through the Wi-Fi, Garrett, you can
It's
go
just
through
the
the
Wi-Fi.
4G. The Wi-Fi, it's going to start at 16 gigabytes, and it's going to be $499, 32, $599, and 64, $699. And they're all being delivered on March 16th, which is next Friday.
And it's the same prices as usual. They don't really want to higher the prices because I don't think it would be worth it to people. And then it's the same for the Wi-Fi and three. It's also 3G and 4G. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, they're not gonna, because like I said, a lot of places don't have 4G. So if you're not available to be using 4G, then they'll just knock you down to 3G. But I mean, it just all depends on where you are. So the 16 gigabyte is $629. It's $130 more than the just original Wi-Fi model.
And
Yeah,
plus,
it goes by
if we go down this thing, it'll show you the
yeah, it goes
prices.
by yeah, I'm looking at that right now on step 2. It
Yeah.
goes by the gigabytes. So if let's just say you're getting the 32, it's going to be $130 more for the 4G than for the Wi-Fi. But I mean, that's understandable because you can use it in several different places. It's great for someone who's traveling. Now, here you can see how much it's going to cost you per month. It's like Garrett said, AT&T has the 250 megabyte plan for $15, and then the 2 gigabyte per month for $30, and then the 5 gigabyte per month for $50. And so if you're going to be going for lower end usage on that, you probably want to go for AT&T. But Verizon, they've got the 2, the 5, and the 10 gigabyte plan. So it all depends on what you want. But
Hmm.
I believe you said that you're not necessarily stuck with one of these companies, correct?
Yeah, you're not. You can switch for per thing, I think.
So like let's say I buy the iPad and I just want to spend $15 because I only use it when I'm like in the car or something like that. But I'm going on a trip and I might need some serious like gigabytes, so I can like always just switch to Verizon and get the 10 gig, right? Per month plan.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you want to tell us about Apple Care, warranties, and all that? You have had one. You should know about that kind of stuff.
I mean, the care is 1 year. You can buy an extra for $100 for another year. They'll send you an email telling you that's about to be up. Um, and you know now that definitely the iPhone 5 or whatever they're going to call it is definitely going to have 4G now, which is going to be crazy and a lot faster. Probably have the A6 chip and probably not the A5X chip.
I don't know, because I mean the A5X chip, it's turning quad core. They might have it quad core all the time, which would be great, but it might run the battery down a lot.
That's the graphics though.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is if they can get the A6 chip to be quad all the time, that'd be great. But, there's just a lot of things they got to handle with that. I mean, the people, they're trying to make it as fast as possible. But then again, let's say you put a quad core chip in something that has a battery that's supposed to support a dual core chip, then you're going to run the battery down a lot faster.
Yeah. Especially
So,
with the battery problem with the 4Ss right now.
yeah, so basically, we just wanted to show you guys what's going on with the iPad HD, give you some information on that. Hopefully this helped if you were wondering. And yeah, is there anything else you want to say here?
And if any of us get it, we'll have like an unboxing and review of it.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Message us. We'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. Yeah, but other than that, I think this is going to be it.
Okay, bye.
Bye.